story through that time has been demographics, the low birth rate, the shrinking population.
From the analog to the digital, that transition never really happened.
Japan has opened up on immigration in recent years.
Why Japan's economy is quietly collapsing again. Imagine waking up one day and discovering that the world's third largest economy, once the symbol of unstoppable growth, cutting-edge technology, and jaw-dropping innovation, is slowly sinking beneath the surface. And almost nobody is talking about it. Because Japan, the country that once terrified global markets with its rise, is quietly collapsing again. And the most shocking part? It's not because of what Japan is doing wrong, but because of what it cannot escape. Japan has always been an economic paradox, a nation rich, stable, peaceful, and technologically advanced, yet constantly battling crises that seem impossible to fix. Today, we're diving into the real reasons behind Japan's silent economic downfall, reasons that are often hidden beneath headlines and ignored by mainstream coverage. Get ready, because some of these factors are so surprising they sound almost unreal. The lost decades that never ended. You've probably heard the phrase Japan's lost decades, a period of economic stagnation beginning in the 1990s. But here's the twist. The lost decades never actually ended. Japan experienced a crash so deep in the early 90s that the economy simply never recovered its momentum. A massive stock market bubble, a real estate bubble, and one of the most devastating periods of deflation in modern history froze Japan's growth for over 30 years. And now, those same problems are resurfacing, but with new layers that make them even harder to solve. The demographic time bomb, Japan's biggest crisis. If there is one single force dragging Japan down, it is this: Japan is running out of people. Japan has one of the lowest birth rates in the world, one of the fastest aging populations, and a shrinking workforce that can no longer support its enormous economy. This isn't just an economic issue, it's a demographic emergency. Every year, Japan loses hundreds of thousands of people. Entire villages disappear, schools close permanently, companies cannot find workers. Japan is becoming a country where retirees far outnumber children, meaning more spending, less productivity, and almost no economic growth. This alone is enough to cripple an economy. But the collapse goes deeper. A debt problem so big it should be impossible. Japan holds the world record for something no country wants: the highest national debt relative to GDP, over 260%. To put that into perspective, for every dollar Japan earns, it owes nearly $3. The interesting part? Japan has survived this enormous debt for decades because much of it is held domestically. But with the population shrinking and tax revenue falling, Japan's ability to sustain this debt is turning fragile, fast. The world has never seen a major economy with such extreme debt levels maintain stability forever. And Japan may be running out of time. The yen's silent collapse. You may have noticed something shocking recently. The Japanese yen has been crashing to its lowest levels in decades. This collapse isn't just a currency fluctuation, it's a warning sign. A weaker yen makes imports, like fuel and food, more expensive. Companies struggle, household costs rise, and foreign investors start losing trust. Japan, the country once known for economic discipline, now faces a currency crisis it never expected. Innovation without growth. Here's something almost strange. Japan is still incredibly advanced. It still produces world-class automobiles, robotics, semiconductors, and precision technology. So why isn't Japan growing? Because innovation alone isn't enough when the domestic market is shrinking, the workforce is shrinking, and young consumers are disappearing. A company can create a brilliant product, but if the country has fewer buyers every year, long-term growth becomes almost impossible. Cultural barriers. Japan can't break. Japan's work culture is legendary, disciplined, loyal, structured, but it's also rigid. And this rigidity creates problems. Low immigration, traditional work expectations, a society slow to accept outside labor or new lifestyles. Japan needs millions of new workers, but its immigration policies remain conservative, It needs more women in the workforce, but cultural barriers remain. It needs startup culture, but risk-taking is still discouraged. All these factors combine into a system that simply can't grow fast enough to escape its long-term decline. The most surprising factor: Japan isn't collapsing because it's weak. It's collapsing because the world changed faster than Japan did. The global economy shifted toward digital-first industries, recreational consumption, flexible labor, immigration-driven growth. Japan excelled in the old era, manufacturing, discipline, precision, but the new world economy rewards speed, youth, and risk. And these are exactly the things Japan lacks right now. Japan's economy may be quietly collapsing today, but history has shown something powerful. Japan rises the moment the world counts it out. If you want to keep exploring the hidden stories behind global economies, power shifts, and the real forces shaping our world, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video because we're just getting started.